Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast coming to you on a Friday morning. It's been super smooth so far, so that is a bonus.
Kind of like my night last night. I don't know what it was that I had to eat or whatever, but I was like projectile vomiting. It was like I was having like a poltergeist leave my body in full force. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. My stomach still ain't right.
So what restaurant are we giving the plug?
So I mean, it might have been my fault because it was my birthday steak. I actually brought it home. So I don't know. I can't speak intelligently about it. I just don't know what occurred, but I don't know what it was that didn't agree. But it was like hours later.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, I don't feel right, and it wasn't happy with me.
So the evil soul has left your body. The good soul has entered your body. The good soul needs to be with the
I don't know that anything's entered in my body. It's because it all still hurts.
What's happening, Joe?
Oh, man. What a time. Yep. Yeah, that's always a terrible thing for your birthday steak of all things. It took you out. Your birthday.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, so that's how my morning started at 12:30 and 3 o'clock. It was a two serving. Oh yeah, there was no sleeping. I thought I was like, all right, let me just kind of ride this out and try to get comfortable. There was no getting comfortable before or after.
Yeah.
That's like when you get the when it's going the other direction, you got that grumble in your stomach. You're like, I am not trying to Amber Heard my bed here. I'm gonna go sit and play, level up some games on my phone.
It makes me feel better, man. Hey, it wasn't good for me either. They switched up my. I got this new medication now that helps. I take Prazosin, which is for night terrors. It keeps you immobilized. Basically, it paralyzes you while you sleep, and it's supposed to give you 15 minutes. It takes you about 15 minutes to come out of the paralyzed state, whatever. Well, they got me on this new stuff now because I wasn't doing good with the old stuff with headaches, and now this stuff really makes you sleep. Man, you better set that alarm about 2 hours ahead of time because that's why I was so late today because it just knocks you straight out. I mean, I don't know what they put in this thing, but yeah, you're done. You better not have any plans. So
crazy.
Yeah, it's just side effects. It's just every drug they give you in this world has a side effect. That's just one of the side effects. As long as it just takes you longer to come out of that paralysis state, But my wife loves it. She says I sleep great now. So.
The side effects of stuff are always hilarious. Like when you watch those commercials, they're like, oh, this is for anxiety. And then, at the end, it's like, this may increase your anxiety. It may make you want to kill yourself. It's like, well, I mean, wow. I feel like I don't need this drug.
Yeah, I like the ones that say, take this drug, but it could have severe side effects like heart failure, kidney failure. But don't worry about it. Because the good side of it is you're going to lose that 35 pounds you were trying hard to lose.
Man.
I'm like, man, with all the side effects, is this stuff even worth taking? Because I know it's going to help me with what I got, but it's going to cause 8 other issues down the road. So,
yep.
Yeah, I don't take anything like that.
Yeah,
I just eat steak and have it go through my body one way or another.
That's right.
What if somebody did a prank birthday steak on you? Says, let me give this to Pags.
That was a little bit too expensive of a birthday steak to be making a prank on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Depends on how far they're willing to go with it, I guess. The more expensive the steak, the more they want you to feel it.
Nice.
Well, it was something. I don't know, but anyways,
Hey, have you ever had the dry aged steak? Since we're speaking of steak, have you ever had dry aged steak? Have either one of you? Yep. That is good. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't know what good steaks were until I had a good dry aged steak, and it is incredible.
So Yeah, it's okay. I mean, obviously, it's got to be prepared the right way. They got to dry it the right way and prepare it the right way. Um, I don't know. I'm just not really sure on that. I don't. I
Give it a
don't.
shot, Trax. I think you'll like it.
I mean, I've had it, and
Oh, well,
it's
okay. So
different
you've already
than
had it. You
regular
know.
steak.
Yeah.
I mean, I like salt and crusted steaks. Like I've had where they get the steak and they get salt and egg and they
Oh,
actually baste it around the steak and it creates a covering over top of the entire steak. It's almost like creates a shell and it keeps
Yeah.
the steak inside of that. And you crack open the shell, you get rid of that egg stuff, and because it's really over salty anyways.
mhm.
But and then the steak is like chef's
Yeah,
kiss.
they're using that egg as a binder, and then so basically using it's just a better way to keep the salt on, really.
Correct. It's
When
actually
it
what it
keeps
does
some,
is it
keeps the
creates
moisture in.
yeah, it
Yeah.
creates its own encasing.
Wow,
So
that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting.
again, you got to know what you're doing. This is not something that you just try at home and say, okay, because then you wind up just getting scrambled eggs, salty scrambled eggs and steak.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Hey, nothing wrong with some steak and eggs.
Well, it almost sounds like beef Wellington is a different type of thing, but have you ever had a beef Wellington? Those are good too. Where they encapsulate in the paste instead of being the egg, and now you said a pastry. Oh, but it's so good. It's good. Like if you ever have one of those, I suggest getting a beef Wellington. It's really good. But you gotta like mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, you won't like it.
I'm a mushroom guy. Actually, I think that may have been what was doing it. These were not like these were
Okay.
definitely a different style of mushrooms than I've had before. It was
Found them in the yard. No big
no,
deal.
no. I mean, obviously, again, this was at 801 Chop House, so this is not small stuff. It was like
Yeah.
mushrooms and foie gras. You know what I mean? So it was like it was done right.
No, these mushrooms are
But it
different
made
than
me
from foie
wonder
gras,
if
that's
it
for
may
sure.
have been the mushrooms that disagreed with me because I had not had these mushrooms before. Trust me, I live very close to the mushroom capital of the world.
Yeah.
It
So
was weird. I ate them. I was seeing dragons. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I saw this mushroom on some poop. I thought, just wash it off. It's okay. It's gonna be just fine.
Exactly.
yeah, I wish it was those types of mushrooms. I'd have had a good time.
3 o'clock in the
Definitely.
morning, Pac's like, I wish I had some good mushrooms right now.
Definitely more fun than you had. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And Brad, the Dodgers win this thing, man. It as much as I don't want to see it, it's probably how it's going.
Yeah, he said he was like, yeah, prediction for Toronto versus the Dodgers. Yep, they're gonna play.
I mean,
They are playing.
they are playing tonight, in fact. So we do have the World Series kicking off. But yeah, I fully expect the Dodgers to win that.
And that's all we got to say. I don't care. I ain't
Yeah.
watching. I ain't interested.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but
What would have been a better combination of teams to have in the World Series that you would have liked to have seen in there?
I would have liked to have seen the Brewers and the Mariners because then you would have had a first-time winner no matter what. Like that would have been.
That would have been good. Yeah, I can see that. And they're both gonna play their butts off for it. So
Yeah, no, exactly. Like it would have, and it probably would have been a 7-game series. Like it probably would have went the distance, and it probably would have looked very similar to the Toronto Mariners series, right?
the Toronto Mariners was a good series, honestly. In all
It
essence, that was a good series.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have preferred the one run at the end be the other direction.
The
But
other
hey,
way. I actually had the Detroit and Brewers. That was my World Series matchup, and
yeah, I mean that would have been good.
they didn't make it.
I think the Phillies and the Mariners would have been a good one. Like there's any number of ways it could have went, and I would have liked it better than this one. If it was just going to be with the teams that everybody hates, it should have been the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Does Vlad have a ring?
No,
Or
No,
he doesn't, does he?
I'm sure he
Okay.
has a nice ring. It's probably got some diamonds in it and stuff like that.
For
Like
sure.
I'm sure, he's probably got a couple of rings. maybe a pinky ring,
Not a World
shaped
Series ring.
them goth rings. He looks like he was maybe a little goth, back in the day. And if he has a championship ring, I don't think so. But
Well, no, I
Yeah.
mean, Vlad Jr. has only been in the league for a few years, right?
I don't know. I think he's been in there for a while now. I think he's going on like 8 years.
Has it been that long?
I
was thinking.
let's
somewhere
find out.
between
Hold on.
8 to 10. That was what I was
How
thinking.
long has Vladimir Guerrero Jr. been in the league?
Yeah, I was thinking it was like
7 seasons.
7. Okay. Yeah, so it's a couple more years than I thought. I was thinking like 4.
Yeah, because I remember when he was skinny.
He ain't skinny anymore.
No, he's definitely had a couple of them cheesesteaks.
I don't know if I'd go that far there, Frankie.
Look, Frank, the fact that he had to use spell check to even get the word cricket in there, give him credit on it, okay?
Well, come on. It's like there's little crickets, there's Cricket Mobile. I mean,
Yeah.
crickets all over the place. So it's.
I'm surprised it didn't come through with an emoji.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch an actual cricket.
Yeah, I think that Dodgers
Second ball.
bullpen or start rotation is just going to be too much for what they have to plan for in Toronto.
They said there's a 20% chance that this could be a sweep.
I was thinking gentleman's sweep. That's where I was seeing it go.
Yeah,
Hey, Frankie, you need to
there we
pick
go.
your fantasy or your thing, and so does Rob. Not that Rob cares, but Rob is like he took the Jets last week, so.
Yep.
He almost won.
He did.
I tell you what, though, that kid has gone mega viral. I know you've seen the video. If you've been on Facebook, if you've been on Instagram, if you've been on YouTube, it's been everywhere. He's like, hey, I just want to tell you, just get your opinion after the game. And he's like, I hate this team. I was born into this.
Yeah.
I can't stop being a Jets fan, but I hate this team.
Yep.
And then walks away. And that is, I tell you, it's like that is absolute. There's a reason why it goes mega viral, because it tells you that is every Jets fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a
Every
relatable-
single
Yeah.
one. I was born into this. I can't stop being a Jets fan, but I hate this team. I hate this team.
Yep.
And that's like everybody has been there. Everybody has had that feeling for their team. You know what I mean? I love it that Dallas is going through it right now. You know what I mean? Like this is a time where a lot of TVs get broken and stuff like that, and all that fun stuff.
That's right. It used to be reserved just for the playoffs, and now it's all year.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you are a fan of like any team, like you go through these years, but damn, it's been since birth for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This kid was like 16 years old, and he just summed up every Jets fan in like 4 sentences.
Yeah. And we're talking about ones that have been fans of the team for 40 years.
Yeah.
They're like, I hate this team.
I got a buddy of mine, Jeremy Green. He actually podcasts for ESPN Radio down there in Asheville, South Carolina. And he tells me all the time, or maybe it's in North Carolina. Is Asheville in North Carolina or South Carolina? I can't remember.
I don't know.
That might be South Carolina. It's one of the damn Carolinas. Either way. But he tells
Either
me
way, it's a 5-hour flight for me.
no, but but he's a Jets fan, and he says the same thing. There's nothing you can do about it. You're a Jets fan. It's not like a team that you just naturally picked. I think he was born into it as well, and yeah, he hates it. Oh, he hates it. He's the only one that doesn't pick on Dallas because he can't pick on Dallas because he has no ring, so he just sits there.
Hey, I get it.
What are you gonna do? Okay, it can always be worse, Bo, right? For teams that you have to root for because you were born into it. I mean, I guess it could be other teams that'd be worse. I don't know. Maybe Carolina Panthers if you're a young kid and you're born into that organization. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you
Well,
don't
you
even
know
have
what?
to
The
be that young
Panthers though
anymore.
did have some winning for a little while.
Yeah.
Like if you're 16 years old, you may remember some of the good old days when butt fumbles were happening in playoff games and things like
True.
that. It's like there was a time when you were getting to like AFC championship games and losing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But that's like that gave hope. There
Exactly.
was hope involved with that. Um, not anymore. Hope is gone.
No.
And the worst part about it is like obviously it's owned by Johnson and Johnson, which is a big issue in the first place. I feel like that's the problem. You know what I mean? Obviously, when you have corporations own teams, it's really, really challenging to
Just
Yeah.
punching away.
Wishing it was a
hold on,
TV.
Joe. Do they have plastic covering on them so that they don't
Of,
really get destroyed?
of
You
course
just
they
beat up
do.
the plastic.
Of course they
You're
do.
of that age. I'm sure that you have all plastic all over everything.
I
But
wonder if what would Tom Brady be like if he was drafted by the Jets in the 6th round instead of the Patriots? What if the Jets would have got a hold of him? I wonder what he would have looked like. Would he still be the
He'd have been in the league for 5 years.
I mean, it's so hard to determine that because greatness always does rise to the top. However, if you don't have, like I said, if you don't have the coaching that he had and stuff like that, and even the mentorship, like I got to imagine, like as much as we saw how miserable Bledsoe was, he had to have mentored him to a certain extent. You
Mhm.
know, what I mean, I'll never forget you know, Tom Brady giving him the smack on the shoulder pads and Drew Bledsoe going, like because he just wasn't having it. He was not happy that he didn't get to win the Super Bowl, and that really was his Super Bowl to win. But because he did win the AFC
uh,
Championship game.
yeah, he loved that roast when the Tom Brady roast. I was like, oh, that was good.
Mm.
He went along with that one pretty well.
That's the way it kind of works, though.
Yeah.
Matt Harmon. I tell you, I believe that this is going to be a major smackdown this week. I tell you, I would take the Eagles minus 20. I think they
Wow.
destroy the
Wow.
Giants in
Okay.
a bad, bad way. So I would definitely sit Scatterboo. I think that he's going to get like 9 yards. I think that I think he's going to get sacked. I think Jackson Dart is going to get a very, very rude awakening.
Welcome to the NFL.
So
Could be.
Yeah.
So
So
you think it's going to look like the football game last night? Is what you're saying?
well, I mean, that was what 31-10.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah, and actually, again, they were driving. It's just that, I have to laugh because it's field goals. That's what Carson Wentz is good at getting
Yep.
field goals. He can't, for some reason, get it into the end zone. He can drive down the field. He will sacrifice his body. He was running for his life last night, though.
Yeah.
I mean, every time it's like, I'll turn this way. I'll turn this way. I'll turn the TV off.
That's interesting.
It's
There's a lot of weird going on today.
So, but
All right.
yeah, I mean, he was turning this way and that way, and the TV off and everything, and still, just getting destroyed. And it makes me wonder now. Okay, now that this is occurring, at what point do they say this is Carson's fault? I mean, the truth of the matter is, this is offensive coordinator. I watched some of those plays,
Oh, it's
and
actually just going to go to Amazon. Weird.
there you go.
I don't know what's going on here today.
Alexa.
Weird enough. It's literally just doing
Oh,
the same thing.
I got my Alexa yelling at me over here now. He's like, I didn't get that.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Such a okay. Yeah. I don't know what's going on today.
I call it the StreamYard effect. It
It's just infecting stuff in the room. I like it. Makes sense. I mean, it couldn't connect to my camera, when I tried to get on here. So I was messing around with it for like 15 minutes.
So it's there's a lot that's been going on. So it's like this weekend is going to be absolutely crazy for me. So I hope my stomach gets better pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because I start with the Flyers at noon, and then go to the Sixers at 7:30 for their home opener, and then I got the Eagles the next morning, and then I have the Union tomorrow, Sunday night. It's going to be a face paint weekend across the board.
Nice.
So it's yeah. I mean, I'm like all excited for it. I mean, it's you got to be ready, to be able to take this on. This is this is not for the weak of heart. You know what I mean?
No, you're
It's
going to be exhausted.
that's why it's like even with the vitamins I take, it's like I need my stomach to get fixed really quickly.
Yeah.
But because I also, in the process of this, I am also going to be filming commercials like across the board. Like, so it's like I've got like 6 commercials I have to film all weekend long, which is fun because this is like, hey, this is what I signed up for. And this is
exactly.
This is the real of stuff now. Like I'm starting to get real advertisements.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm doing this. And then Tuesday I get to go do stuff with NASCAR for the NASCAR championship. This is like a working interview that I'm getting paid for.
Sweet.
So it's things the times they are changing. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's like I'm like hiring film crews to come film this. This is no longer hey, I need whatever. Like this is, we are going to film this. I have a script that I have to kind of memorize or teleprompter. You know what I mean? Like it's like this is real stuff now. It's like, okay, I'm like all excited about it. I'm a little giddy actually. It's like it's cool because like I can't really say
that's something new, right?
I can't say it's Geico. It's Geico. Like Geico is like, this is going to be a real commercial.
Nice.
Like that.
You're gonna have the gecko photoshopped in there.
It's not that type of commercial actually. It's So Geico, obviously, the gecko explains insurance. I'm not explaining insurance. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going and saying, hey, I don't have to think about insurance. So because I have done shows before that I am still looking for funding. You know what I mean? I still am trying to get money to finish these jobs up. So that's a big link.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. The thing is a monster.
I definitely put Mad Harmon in for Scattaboo because Skibbity Boobop is not going to do very well. He's going to run into the immovable force of Jalen Carter this week.
Yeah,
because he didn't get to see Jalen Carter last time. He was not playing.
Yeah,
he's playing this time. So
he's not even going to be out there for the pregame. They're like, you just sit on the sideline, keep you out of trouble.
You just go in when I tell you to. You're fine.
Brandon Graham going back there, like I said, I suspect that he'll play probably 20%, 25% of the snaps. He's going to be the voice. They actually said it's like he was in mid-season form already at practice. Like the first thing, he gets out on the field and they're lining up for ones versus ones, and he's already going. You look like you're already out of breath there, fat boy, to Jordan Mailata. You know what I mean? So it's like, there it is. That's there's
There
the
you go.
stamp that we need. So it's like it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun week, and I suspect that this game is going to be over at halftime. Like it's going to be a beatdown of epic proportions. I think. I don't think, like I said, this is one of those times where they were embarrassed.
Yeah.
By getting beat by the Giants, and after what Denver just did to them, I suspect that it's going to look like that for 4 quarters. Like I said, I think it's going to be a 40 spot on them. I wouldn't be surprised that it goes up higher than that. I think that the Giants are going to maybe have the same amount of yards as they do plays. Like I think it's going to be that type of
That's pretty rough.
thing. Yeah, like they just I mean we just saw that kind of with Kansas City and Las Vegas, where they really, it was like they held them for under 100 yards and stuff like that. I think it's going to be that type of epic beatdown. And I think Jackson Dart is going to literally be like, I don't know what to do. This is going to be his first welcome to the NFL for real. So I'm sure he's had that moment already, like the welcome to the NFL when you get smacked and he's like, hey, guy,
Good job, buddy. Yeah.
I need y'all to have a good game because I got Eagles as my defense this week, so I need you to have a monster game. And so I hope what you're saying is true. And I hope a couple of those points come from defensive touchdowns. That would be good.
I always flip-flop my defenses, unless it's like something that works out really well. I was able to pick up the defense that's playing the Dolphins. And I was like, yeah, that's a good defense for me to have.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I'm like, woohoo! I'm excited.
Yeah, I would be too. That's going to be a good defense. I just need a defense that plays against.
And I also like kickers that kick in domes.
Yeah.
I'm big on kickers that kick in domes. That's who I go for that. Everything else, I actually had a really good start to my week with using McConkey yesterday. It's like 4 guys in the bar also. There's only 6 guys in the bar last night at all, and 4 of them had McConkey on their fantasy team. So when he scored a touchdown, it was like the Eagles scored. They're like, yeah!
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can always tell when people's fantasy teams have guys when you're sitting there watching, because they'll be in a different jersey, and then all of a sudden they're cheering for a different team. You're like, oh, okay, I know what's going on here.
Right. And I am such a Notre Dame hater.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's so many Notre Dame fans like everywhere. Doesn't matter where you go, there's Notre Dame fans.
Yeah.
So it's like they have them from coast to coast. They love the touchdown Jesus and all this other stuff. And I had the opportunity to go to that campus and go watch a game. And I'm like, nope, I'm not interested even a little bit. I have no interest. And it snowed and was freezing. And I love the fact that I said no. Because everybody came back and complained about how cold it was, and that when you're at the top of that stadium, I mean, it's awesome to be there, and it's a bucket list item for a lot of those people, just not this guy.
Yeah.
I would much rather, I'm getting very, very close to be able to attend every stadium here. I'm almost there. So Nashville next year, we'll take another one off that list. I get San Francisco this year, whether or not we make it to the Super Bowl. I will be there because also, did you see that the NFL did something?
Yeah,
No.
The Pro Bowl games will be the same week.
It's actually on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it's in the same city now,
yeah.
which I think is a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes a pain in the ass to go get rooms now, because now I got to get out there. I got to get out there on Sunday, and I'm going to be staying Sunday to Monday. So it's literally it's a lot of time that's going to be out there in San Francisco, and we're in downtown San Francisco because that's where everything's being held, including they're going to have this in a big ballroom.
Yeah.
So it's that's going to be interesting because some of these things, like I guess they're going to have to consider the arch of a football and if it's going to hit the chandeliers and stuff. So, I mean, I guess you could do anything with convention centers. I'm really talking smack, but
Yeah.
it will be very interesting to see that, and just the amount of, it'll make it so that the guys actually want to go to the Pro Bowl because that's also where the endorsements will happen
Yep.
for that week and getting all of those guys kind of there. This was a smart move by
Yeah.
the NFL.
Well, I mean, it was something they needed to do because nobody was watching what it's become.
Yeah.
Like it was a ratings nightmare. So for them to do this, it allows, it brings all of those players around the Super Bowl events, right? Which also means these guys are going to now be on TV, right? Because they're going to get interviewed, stuff like that. And so it's a bunch of stuff that people will actually kind of watch.
And if they did it right, if this all worked out the way it was supposed to, you may wind up seeing the national championship on the Sunday before the Super Bowl, which I think makes sense now. Instead of doing it on a Monday night, and I get it, the reason why they would do it on Monday night, because you don't want to compete with playoff football.
Yep.
But ultimately, if you were to do it on the Sunday before the Super Bowl, you
Yep.
actually have, that's like a great lead into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that would be the way. I mean, and with the playoffs, you know what I mean? You're going to have extended games like that. So it's like you could have Monday night games, and then 2 weeks off before the national championship. Like kind of do the same thing for the national championship that you do for the Super Bowl. Doesn't have to be like a week later. You know what I mean? It could be like 10 days later. You could have Thursday night football playoffs. Like that actually kind of works because it goes at that point in the playoffs, NFL playoffs, they're not having Thursday night football.
Yeah.
So you could it would still play some.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it would be cool if they did that, but I don't know if they're that smart.
Oh, I'm going to go with no, but.
So hold on. So they're gonna do the Pro Bowl in a convention center, and I'm assuming it's gonna still be touch football, flag football, whatever, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it's more of like, no, it's I don't even know that they're having the game. Like I think this is all like skills competition, AFC versus NFC.
Huh.
They may have it may be a 40-yard field that they're doing where it's like 5-on-5. Like that would make sense to me. Like almost like arena football a little bit. Because you don't want these guys getting hurt. I mean, I don't care how much padding they're putting on the floor where these guys are playing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like that's not enough. So you don't want somebody falling or it getting like a weird turf injury.
It is still going to be a flag football game, so they are still going to have it.
Okay, so I guess that's just but it's supposed to be in a convention center, so it's like so I don't know how it's like. Listen, these convention centers are massive things.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're huge. Yeah.
And it does save them from having to do the whole two whole setups. You could have one setup for the NFL experience throughout.
Yeah. Yep. Interesting.
They are going to have the competition.
Cartoon Network. Yeah. So yeah, I knew they were going to do the competition. But I was like, I feel like we'd have really heard about it if they were eliminating the game as a whole.
And I love the idea of having quarterbacks versus other quarterbacks throwing football dodgeball.
Oof.
That would be awesome. Get like all the quarterbacks in there. You know what I mean? Or maybe go quarterbacks versus wide receivers. Because you can't have wide receivers against cornerbacks because the cornerbacks can't catch, or else they'd be wide receivers. So that would not be fair. So
I mean, I don't know that throwing at quarterbacks would be any better.
I'm not saying using regular footballs. You'd have to use Nerf footballs.
Oh, okay.
I wonder how many injuries are going to come from this.
Yeah, no. You would have to use Nerf footballs, or even like they have like those red ball footballs.
Oh, okay.
So like that's what you'd have to use. You're not using regular footballs there. Like that would hurt. You're right.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
these guys
Like a
can
lot.
sometimes throw 60, 70 miles an hour, that football, against the quarterback who can't catch anyways because the quarterback, except Nick
Exactly.
Foles, Nick Foles caught a, touchdown. But other than that, it's like these guys are not meant to catch. They have somebody catch the ball for them and hand it to them.
Yeah. And I don't think they're saving money necessarily. I think this is more of they're trying to do anything to get the ratings to bump, because the last couple of years, the Pro Bowl have been sliding for a decade, but the last couple of years, it's been bad.
And like I said, I feel like that they should still do what I was talking about with the fans. Have the fans come out there and actually like, hey, this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you are going to pick your team, and you could have, like, if you're doing it like that, like you could have 7-on-7 where you're only using 5 guys on the field. You know what I mean? Everybody gets a quarterback, everybody gets whatever. Use 6 quarterbacks, have 6 teams, have like a competition, like a round robin competition and stuff like that, and have these games like 20 minutes long. You don't have to do it really long. You're trying to just get people in and out and motivated, and have the fans, like the fans would win the chance to draft and coach their team. You know what I mean? I think that's, and you have like a Manning or a Brady or whoever be your assistant coach.
I can't put that up, Joe, but it's funny.
That is kind of funny. But yeah, I think that's going to be. Again, that's some forward thinking that the NFL won't do.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Donna. I'm not I barely watched the Pro Bowl anyway. As soon as they stop playing any type of defense, I'm just like, it's cool. And now that it's become flag football,
And I really think it is like I know Pags is like all the innovative ideas to get fans and stuff like that. But for me, I want to see the old school Pro Bowl. I don't want to see this, man. And I understand you saying that the players could get hurt. I get that too. No team wants to see their players go down. But at the same time, I say hell with it, man. But the money they're making, screw it. They're getting paid hundreds and hundreds of millions. Get your ass out there and go play some football.
So that is
I don't care, man. Difference. I think you get paid too much money.
That's the distinct difference for football, though, is they are primarily incentive-based contracts, right?
Of course, yeah.
And so for you to get that money, you got to play. It's not like basketball or baseball where it's like, I signed this and then I could leave tomorrow and I'm going to get all of it. So it's, it's a little different for football. So I get the apprehension of, somebody getting hurt out there. At the same time,
I like said, you could make it for a $5 million kitty. You know what I mean? Like
that would be
$5 million, and that the winning team gets to split it amongst everybody on that team. And like he says, you're doing it with you got 10 guys. You know what I mean? So that's really or 12 guys on your team, so that you have it's 5-on-5, and you are you got like a lineman. I guess you'd have to do 7-on-7 and maybe do 14. But you're getting the reason why some of these guys also don't go, because if they don't have an incentive to go to the Pro Bowl, they actually choose not to go.
Yeah.
And ultimately they keep picking players. So there's always like an abundance of players that went to the Pro Bowl or that are Pro Bowl selections. You know what I mean? Because the moment you got all those alternates. Well, you go to an alternate that finally gets money to go to the Pro Bowl. Well, guess what? Now all of a sudden he's getting paid an extra $500,000 to go to the Pro Bowl. And he was like the 4th alternate, but he's first on that money. You know what I mean? So,
And it actually used to be after the Super Bowl. The Pro Bowl used to be after that. It was in Hawaii, and that's when you
And
saw
they did
pretty
that
good
because you
competition.
wanted to get the Super Bowl champions also to go.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they went back to that. Honestly, the week after the Super Bowl had the Pro Bowl, that just for that reason.
Yeah, but you're never gonna. Nobody's gonna watch it because it's not a real game anymore. So, they stopped doing that because it did save money, right? But yeah, I mean, nobody's going to watch, even if it's the Super Bowl champs. Nobody's that interested in some flag football. Like it's just.
Oh, of course. Oh, I 100%. Yeah,
So
100%
doing
agree
it the week of the Super Bowl is actually pretty smart.
I
well,
agree.
in this case, it would be smart.
Well, plus, like I says, you got Radio Row that these
Exactly.
guys like. The early part of Radio Row is so things are going to be a lot different this year because, like, obviously, there's certain credentials. I and listen, I don't know how interested you're trying to get, Bo, and trying to get credentialed for that, but you could start now.
Yeah.
Like you got to kind of get. Like, and use everything that you can to kind of make that happen and try to get in there for the Pro Bowl rather than the Super Bowl. Because ultimately, if you are good and you meet some connections, you might be able to sneak in for some of the Super Bowl stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're a little bit more lenient. But the first year of them doing it like this, it might be harder in general. But I don't know. But
Yeah,
you got to start.
I
You
don't
got to
got
start
the,
playing that game.
I don't got the sponsorship to swing that one this year.
Yeah, I hear you. Because
Wags is working on it. He's becoming instantly famous.
That's right.
listen, it's I've worked real hard to become an overnight sensation.
Well, I know you have.
Exactly. Working for years to be the overnight.
And I love it. I love it when people tell me, "Hey, this guy's 15 minutes of fame ended 7 minutes ago." Hey, listen, I'm just getting warmed up. It's like I'm only at minute 2. You know what I mean? So,
hey, by the way, you could probably use all that face painting and all that stuff you have on there. I'm sure you're using that all as a write-off.
yeah, that's
it's
not enough really to write it up. Like I said, I spend about $600 in makeup. I spend about $1,000 in hairspray. Any jersey that I get is a write-off and things of that nature. So shoes, like sneakers are actually nice to be able to write off because that's considered work shoes. You know what I mean? It's like there's a certain level that I have to keep my attire up to. Even game day pins is considered a write-off because of that. Now, talking about game day pins. So game day pins are really difficult to get in general, in some places. You try to go to Dallas and get a game day pin, and they are sold out 3 hours before the game. Reason being is that everybody saves them for their people, and then they're buying them at $15, and then they're reselling them for like $50. So it's like, and that's a thing across. However, when I went to the Vikings, when I went up to Minnesota, they had all their game day pins for all their home games in a case. And I'm saying, why? I've been asking about that for the Eagles for years. Why can't I do that? They got to have these pins pre-made already. The only pins that they're making on the fly are playoff pins. You know what I mean? That they got to produce them pretty quickly. They come up with the design, they produce the pin, bang, done. But they already know when the schedule comes out that those pins get done, and they got to do it for the crucial catch, the military appreciation, the bounty bowl and stuff like that. Like there's lots of different pins that they're making, but they already make them.
Yeah.
They're pre-made.
Yeah.
So why can't I buy them all at one time? I go to all these games.
Yeah. Or have commemorative sets made up and stuff like that.
Well, because now I have my own guys that they save me game day pins, and I get 2 every game purposely. And I get 2 because 1 I keep and 1 I choose to maybe, I could give it away later or make a set and be like, hey, these are the game pins that I have acquired for 2025, and this is the set. And I there's always some missing. You know what I mean? It's just the way that works because I don't have every pin because, again, like I said, I missed the Giants game, so there wasn't a game day pin that I get from that. In Kansas City, things were happening so quickly that I forgot to get a game day pin, and I didn't realize it until I got back to the hotel. I'm like, shit. You know what I mean? I can buy it online, but who wants to buy it online? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not paying $40 for a pin that I can buy for $15 to $20. You know, so it's just like I just do without at that point. But yeah, like even baseball, I'm a pin guy. Like I like to collect the pins. Never wear them. I throw them in a bag. You know what I mean? It's just I just collect them. You know what I mean? I don't even post them anywhere. It's just, but I have a lot of them.
There you go.
Yeah, honestly, I gotta be honest. I guess I don't go into football games, but I didn't know there was a game day pin. I didn't know what that was. I had to Google that just now to see what you were talking about. I was like, that's pretty cool about how they do that. I just didn't realize
I do
that
not
was a
have
thing.
a TikTok that does that. However, I go on TikTok and will paint my face up. Like, so for instance, this week is good. This weekend is going to be, I'm going to be filming a lot of this because there's a lot to, you know, it's like, it's literally going to be, hey, watch me do this, and then watch me do this, and then watch me do this, and then watch me do this. And it's literally, it's going to be perfect for these commercials that I'm doing. Like it's anybody who is a sponsor of me is going to get more than they bargained for this weekend because it's worth it. It's worth it to do. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like that this is the start of, if I throw out some really great commercials this week, that it's, you know, more commercials come. That's how it works, right?
I know what Brian. I know what he's laughing. I know what he's laughing at because I just read that too. I was like, man, what are these dudes doing, man? Anyway, that's crazy, man. That's just nuts.
And let's keep it.
The makeup you wear, though, right? The makeup you wear. I'm surprised. Have you ever gone to them and pitched, hey, look, I wear your makeup. I do all these exhibitions. If you put me a little tic tac or a little something I put on my jersey, I'll put, and then to have them just basically sponsor your makeup for you, where you're not paying no makeup or hairspray.
I am not a woman. And that's the problem. I am not considered their target audience. So because of that, it's like, as I have been talking, I have been talking to anybody who does makeup stuff. I'm like, listen, I would love to get sponsored for some brushes, and I'd love to get sponsored for makeup wipes. If there was somebody who did a makeup wipe where I could just go like this and the makeup would be gone on the wipe, I would sell, like women would see that then. Like, that's a big deal. And if I'm doing it with my makeup, and like I'm using like 2 wipes to wipe off all the makeup on my head, all of a sudden that would grow. Like that would be
massive. And then there'll be commercials right there in your bathroom. You'd be taking it off while you're doing a commercial. They see how fast it goes off, man. You'd make a lot of money doing that.
Well, but I tell you that I have been trying to get sponsored for my makeup at, like I said, it's not a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's just, hey, listen, send me over a palette of your liquid makeup. I mean, I put it on 200 times a year.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so I'm in makeup more than I'm not.
How much do you think your makeup costs just for one use? Just one time on the face. How much money do you think you're spending?
Pennies.
Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you, it's, because I get a lot of it because I'm very frugal with my makeup. Like, it's just like I'm very specific. So like, for instance, if I have stubs on my head, I use twice as much makeup. And depending on how thick the stubs are, because I have really thick hair, it goes up exponential. So it's like if I have a 1/16 of an inch, I'll use twice as much. If I have 1/4 of an inch of hair, I use 4 times as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
the closer to the skin you are, the better.
And Bo kind of got to see a
Yeah.
little bit of this, like firsthand when I was out there in Seattle. You know what I mean? It's not like he was sitting there watching me get made up. Or
I
whatever.
feel like he was. I
way to
feel like
make
he
it
was
weird.
right there next to you.
Hey, I stayed at Rob's house though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but it's like these are the, and no, I can't do like this makeup is a liquid makeup. This is not like a cake makeup.
Yeah.
So although they make a cake makeup, it changes the way that I have to wash it off. Becomes much more hard. I have cake makeups, you know what I mean, and I on occasion have been able to use it. Like I have a charcoal makeup that's a powder that I can mix up, and I mean, if I wanted to, I could do an amazing blackface. Obviously, I'm never going to do that. You know what I mean? It's never going to happen unless somebody is in control of that. Somebody else has got to be in control of that who is appropriate to allow me to do that like that. And that can't be, that's no joke. You know what I mean? That's, trust me, I've actually done makeup designs where I send them out to friends of mine to see if this is too much, because it only takes one person to be upset, and it's like when you put on a lot of black makeup, like when I put it over my eyes, it's like I even make sure that it's thinner, because every once in a while I do the black goatee, the black eyes, and the black mohawk. So I make sure it's thinner so that there's more color on the base. I don't want it to be even, it's like it's even in the front part of my face, it's only taking up like 40%.
Yeah.
Because
you're not trying to get canceled for no reason.
Right. It's like this is every time I ask a friend of mine, and I always know their response, and it's like, man, you're crazy. When they say, man, you're crazy, I can't use that design. When they tell me, nope, that's good. And when they look at it, they're like, man, that's crazy. That's a no.
You're like,
that's a no bueno. That's a no bueno. Because they don't want to tell me it's bad, and they know what I'm doing, so it's not like that. But again, it only takes one person to say no, and then I'm out.
Yep.
I worked too hard to get to this point.
No. I think using a trial audience or whatever for whatever you plan to do is a smart thing to do. That's smart because, like you said, you don't know, and so if you get a couple different opinions, be good.
Yeah. It's a little different for him because he plays football. I mean, exactly. Again, it's same thing with like Joe Namath. He was sponsored by Legs. You know what I mean? I think that was the pantyhose, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, so it's.
Yeah, once you get to that level of stardom, then they can sponsor you to do anything because everybody knows who you are.
Right. So, like he should have a fingernail sponsor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like how is he not sponsored by like Revlon or something?
Well, that's what I sound like this is. It's like Neutrogena. I mean,
that's face care stuff. Yeah.
And Sally Hansen. So I mean, that's real. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get. And I have been, there are times when I find somebody else's paint. Somebody else has a painted face. And I'm like, wow, like who do you use? And they laugh at me because when I'm not painted up and I ask them that question, they're like, why do you want to know? And then I have to show them my picture. I'm like, hey, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me. I'm looking for this. And it's, so I've had other people, but again, I am not a woman. So because I'm not a woman, these makeup manufacturers do not get back to me.
That's because you're doing it wrong, Pags. You're not using the right proper pronouns. You got to learn that kind of stuff.
Wow.
That I got to say that I'm it and that.
It gets it done.
I am the Philly sports guy.
That's right. I am him.
And he is me.
Man.
So we're missing Scott and Rob for picks.
Yeah, I don't think
Rob doesn't care.
he's thrown in the towel on it. He's, he's one of those one and done. If you lose, you're out. That's the way he really looks at that.
Right. I just like I says because it's you two for the last spot, the top spots. And then it's like I want to see who can last throughout the season with 1 loss or 2 loss. And,
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a championship belt for winning.
That is hilarious.
Hey, listen, I'm only okay with that as long as but you got to autograph it, man. Don't be no cheapskate motherfucker.
Where am I going to autograph this?
Hey, look, figure it out. Get one of them, those nice tight knit. GSG.
And that concludes the nonsense of today. Thanks for tuning in. We almost talked about sports. Be sure to like and subscribe. It does help us bring our content to you. Otherwise, we are going to get out of here. Enjoy your weekend. Have a lot of fun at the games, Pags. And of course, for all of you watching, enjoy the games this weekend. All right.
I'm every woman inside.